Moving on to judicial matters, the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court Abuja that nullified the candidacy of Timipre Sylva as the Bayelsa State APC governorship candidate. Delivering the judgment, Justice Zubeiru held that only an aspirant can challenge the outcome of an election or the process. A member of the APC, Demesweyefa Kolomo, had asked the trial court to order the Independent National Electoral Commission to delete Mr. Sylva's name from the list of candidates contesting the election. A cost of 1 million naira was also awarded against Mr. Kolomo in favor of Timipre Sylva. Now, for further perspectives on the appeal court judgment, I am being joined on the news by the Director of Legal Matters, Bayelsa Campaign Council, Stanley Damabide. Good to have you join us.
It's my pleasure to be with you this evening.
And what more can you tell us about this ruling, and how does it position your candidate now?
Well, sincerely, we can't run away from the fact that, the psychological damage this judgment, while subsisting, did to our candidates was huge. But as it is now, we are taking it from the perspective that this is going to mark a beautiful U-turn that will reflect or mean victory unto victory and victory until the 11th of November, where the final victory will just crown it all. It's an exciting time for us, and we are just happy that the judiciary at the appellate level could review properly what was clearly a misjudgment and come up with the kind of judgment that it came up with. Yeah.
But how concerned are you the impact that this litigation may have had or might have had on voters, and how voters will respond, irrespective of the fact that, look, the appeal court has now overturned that judgment of the Federal High Court?
Well, generally, the average Bayelsa voter was aware of the fact that that judgment was a product of, behind-the-scenes shenanigans. And I think that positively, it's going to attract sympathy for these candidates who didn't have any reason to be excluded from the process. I'm talking about our candidate now, the APC candidate, Chief Timipre Sylva. And we're looking at riding on that sympathy, that concern that, look, this clearly was a victim of injustice. And since this injustice has been corrected, it's only fair that whatever impediment that persons behind the scenes were trying to create to frustrate this person should be fought against by all concerned. I think that's the tempo with which the average Bayelsa voter is riding on this. Yes, it was quite troubling and trying for us, as at the time the judgment had not been set aside. But given this turnaround, we're going to capitalize on the beautiful outputs of it and see how we'll ensure that it becomes a platform, a pedestal that we can ride on to victory come November 11, 2023.
And just looking more broadly at the political situation in Bayelsa State, we understand there has been a clash between your supporters and supporters of the PDP. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, I think we should put it in the right perspective. Our supporters have been victims of attacks, surprisingly, by the PDP. And this is most unfortunate, particularly in Kolokoma local government area of Bayelsa State, and as well in a community called Okumbiri in Sambama local government area of Bayelsa State. We're wondering that people that are supposed to be maintaining peace and ensuring that the state is in a condition that we can have peaceful elections could be those that are resorting to violence and intimidation. It is very unfortunate, but I can assure you that we are going to address it properly. We have faith in the security agencies, and by tomorrow we're going to commence a process that will ensure that those that are involved, those elements that do not want peace to reign, those who think that violence is the game plan, will be brought to order and checked.
All right, we're following the political situation in that state. We'll see how things play out in the run-up to the November the 11th election. Thank you so much for talking to us. Director, Legal Matters, Bayelsa Campaign Council, Stanley Damabide.
My pleasure.